So with these few items, and including the CuttleBug in the background, the laminator in the background you see, one of the Anne Griffin folders for the CuttleBug, a die by Anne Griffin, these papers, and this. I know you're wondering what this is. This is actually just a piece of paper that I printed out on my laser printer, okay? Because we're going to use that with this and the laminator to show you a really cool trick. I think we're going to make this, oh, also we're going to use a die here, and we're going to use, this one is the Happy Easter one. And we'll use our Cricut also to do some cuts. So let's get over to the computer and hop into Design Space. Okay, now we're in Design Space. I honestly don't know really what we're going to design. I do know what I have in mind, but we'll see. So to make cards with the help of any one of the Cricut machines, let's start off with grabbing a square. Just a basic square is all you need. Excuse me for the sniffles. Now unlock your square, and you need to decide what size of card you're going to make. Since I'm going to use one of the big files for my CuttleBug, like a 5x7-ish file, I am going to make a 5x7 card. So I want my card to be 7 inches high by 10 inches wide. Yeah, I said 10 because, and then lock it so you don't forget. Because you're going to have to split this in half. Now, just to make it a little easier for seeing, I'm just going to stick it in a off color. So we'll just stick it in cream. I'm going to go out one so I can see the whole card. There we go. Now you go back into shapes and get your score line. Oh, excuse me. Grab your score line, which we want at 7, because the card is 7 tall. And we're going to select everything because we just want to make sure that score line is in the middle. Perfect. And we're going just to want to be on the safe side, attach. There we go. So that is our very base layer. Now, I'm going to grab another square and okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to size this a little bit smaller than my full card base. So since it's 7 wide long, I'm going to do say 6.5 high or long, however you want to say it, and wide, it's supposed to be 5 wide, so I'm going to go 4.5. Sounds like a good number. There we go. And now I can't center it because it'll center it to the whole thing. So this is just an eyeball. And I'm going to make that white. So let me see. What colors am I working with? What's going to be my base color? You know, I have no idea. Okay, I think I'm going to do the base a blue. Now remember, this is just a guideline. It's not the exact color I'm using. And then this is going to be white. Okay, now I want to use this lattice that I got with the mystery box. So let's see if we can find something similar to that in Design Space. So we'll go to Images. Now I do not have access at the moment. Well, that's actually pretty close, one of them. I'm just looking for a lattice that is close-ish to what we're going to be working with, and truthfully, even though it's got these swirls, it's close enough. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to bring it over. Now this white piece will be embossed. My lattice I'm ungrouping, and I'm going to close up these two, so I just have the basic lattice. Now something I just noticed, I want to spin this actually. Going to be viewed. So yes, it would technically be quicker if I was to just cut this with my slicer thingy, but I want it to be able to use the Cricut doing something. So we're just going to score and cut the bottom piece here quickly. Please ignore my Cricut, it is well loved. So it is scoring. And now she's going to quickly cut. And then we're going to have the base of our card all ready to go. And there she is. Okay, now with our base cut, we're going to turn our attention to the nice sweet old CuttleBug and our piece of paper or cardstock, which I had just completely covered in laser from my laser jet. So we've got the lattice that came with mystery box recently. We've got our A plate, a B plate. Then we need to go the mat, the die cut, card. And the next plate. Let me just stop this because I only have one hand. Okay, so I have it all cut out. And for those that have a good eye will see that it's not quite as dark as the other one was because I messed up. I had to reprint it, and hopefully I'm going to have enough ink for this trick. Okay, so what you're going to do is just fold a plain piece of paper. I just grabbed a scrap piece of thin paper I had in my pile. Put your item that you want fancied up here that has the ink on it, and remember it has to be laser jet on. Layer your foil on top. Let's see, we don't need it quite like that, so give me 2 seconds and I'm going to cut that. Okay, so layer it there, layer the foil the pretty side up, let's say. Okay, fold your paper like so, and you get to see my really messy carpet and everything. Walk it over to your laminator, and see if I can do this one-handed. Let's run it through the laminator. I have no idea, that song has been in my head all day and driving me insane. We're going to run it through the laminator like so. Any laminator works. Don't go out and buy an expensive one that's labeled just because it's crafts. For crafts, just go get a $19 one from Walmart. It does the trick. My only issue is if I have enough ink on it. So because I'm worried about the amount of ink, I'm going to run it through twice. And if this works right, we'll pull that part out, remove this, and we'll flip this over and load, and behold, we'll just carefully remove it. And now you've gone from plain old piece of cardstock, see the design? You can see it's made it, to this. Look at the shine. Look at that shine. Isn't that just absolutely crazy? Okay. That is just what I wanted. Okay, so now to the next part. We're going to use one of the Anne Griffin folders. I've layered in my sentiment. I've put a die in there because I want it to cut it, but I also want to emboss some of this at the same time. Actually, I don't want the saying really, but that's okay. So just carefully, without moving things, drop it down. Oh, that moved. So you gotta line this up. You don't want that to move. You want that to stay right in place, like that. But you want to line this up so that the pattern will be where you want it. Okay, so what I've done is I've got my sentiment now done. Happy Easter. And just to make it look a little better, I used a corner punch. You just slip your paper in it and voila, you got a corner. Okay, so because of the fact that I'm one-handed, I had to do a little bit off camera. I used my Scotch glider gun, perfect gun, to adhere the blue, which has the CuttleBug embossed on it, and then I did the frame. Now you could either have the card this way or you can have it this way, but since I've already planned it in my head this way, I think I'm going to continue. I then put stickies on the back so that it's going to stand up a bit. And you know what? I want to off-center it just a little bit, just because I'm sort of crooked as it is, and put it down. Now, there's your basic card. Of course, you still need to bling it up, as say. So I do know I'm going to roll some flowers and attach some rolled flowers to this card. So before I go ahead and roll these, I wanted to show you, I just cut these out on my CuttleBug. Cricut, I don't know if you still can get them, used to have it so they came with, you could get dies for your CuttleBug for making rolled flowers. There's some of the kinds there that I've got more, and also little leaves I've cut out. So I just wanted to show you that. This is what I use to twirl. One of these days I'll be able to show you how to do this, but today I can't because once again I'm one-handed. Okay, be back.